Now, I might be a bit late to the party on this one. I've just heard a report that Suella Braverman, our Home Secretary, has come up with a plan to deal with the illegal immigration and all the immigrants who've come in to the country, illegally on the small boats. Now, currently the plan was scratch ahead. What can we do? Oh, I know, stick them in a hotel. Yes, we started to run out of hotels, so very plush hotels were snapped up all over the country, which is very nice, and I'm sure they're enjoying their stay very much. But there's only so many of those, isn't there? And, we could only knock out people having their weddings or their Christmas dinners at hotels and put in the illegal immigrants in there. So obviously she needed to think of somewhere else. And I believe that holiday camps had been thought about. Heidi hi, hody ho. I mean, that sounds like a lovely idea. Who wouldn't want to be stuck in a holiday camp for years on end waiting for their application to be processed? I can imagine, the redcoat jokes might wane a little bit after a few months, but they can still do the knobbly knees competition, can't they? But if that was no good, Suella Braverman came up with this concept: put them on disused, unwanted cruise ships. Did remind me a little bit of the old hulks where we used to put criminals and things back in the, well, when was that? In the 17th century, something like that. But of course, these aren't old hulks now. No, no, no. These are cruise ships, ships that have been around the world, having been on the sea, got lovely cabins, there'd be swimming pool, probably sports facilities, anything you could want. A lovely cabin to each one with a porthole. So all the lovely illegal immigrants, they'd feel at home, wouldn't they, cruising around the sea? Now, presumably you'd have to have the engines running to sort of generate enough electricity to supply everything. So you could actually pootle out a bit. Hey, you could even go around, have a bit of a cruise and see the world. Why not? Of course, it would be a shame if, as you're waving at your homeland as you're passing, that the cruise liner might, accidentally, how shall I say, delicately put this, run aground and be somewhat stuck on the shore. I mean, obviously people would get out. They're used to climbing on board rubber dinghies and just sort of going the 10 feet or so to the shoreline, being kind of back home again. It could be the answer, though, that we're looking for. Just being a bit tongue-in-cheek on this as Christmas is approaching. After all, we do need some good news to make us smile.